Hi guys, welcome
Hello.
back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about
being a first generation college student. Or I think first generation in general. So
we're like
so I feel, what do you guys feel is like the biggest struggle, like starting college? Or even high school?
I think not knowing, to be honest. I think I mentioned in one of our previous videos that I didn't know like the I guess I didn't know like the difference between like going straight to a 4-year, going to like just the different options that you do have in order to, I guess, just make it in general, and just seeking that help, because there's counselors, there's guidance counselors that you could go to, but some people don't know of. I mean, there's so many things that I feel like as first generation you don't even know is out there, like all this stuff that can help you and guide you through the whole process, so I feel like that's one of the big things, that because no one has probably done it before us, that we don't know.
Like in applying, dude, how you say, like just applying, that's the first step that you have to do, and
you're all waivers, like there's so many, because you think like, first of all, like I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, again, I'm like the first one to make it out of high school in general, so it's like, oh, they waive it. Oh, first of all, you have to pay. Hold up, you have to pay for an application.
You're going to get rejected.
Excuse me. And like just like everything. Oh my god, you have to fill out your FAFSA this ahead. Like, oh my god, there's so many freaking things. There's like so many things that like you have to do that I don't think as first generation, at least for my my perspective and my journey, girl.
Yeah, for example, me, I didn't know about FAFSA. I didn't know hasta que estaba como in the second year. Oh, wow. Yeah, in the second year of college. But they gave me the money though. They gave me the money from the last year and that year. Yeah, they did that good. But I didn't know. So I was just paying out. Well, they pay, because there's like two different ones. No?
Oh, the waiver,
like,
no?
They pay for your classes, but they give you money también. Yeah. So they were only paying for my classes, but I think I needed to submit like something else, like some paperwork that I needed, but I didn't know, so I just submitted like after my, I think it was like the, how do you say, the third semester or something like that, you say it, right? And I submitted everything, so they gave me all the money, like desde primero, But I didn't know, so they were basically those for that year. From the last year that I was there, for ejemplo, the first year that I was there, they paid for my classes, but I had to pay for the books and everything, like out of pocket.
And you know what? Now that you say about books, again, maybe because I was too afraid to ask. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know people are always like, there's no stupid question, ask questions, but then in the back of your head you still don't freaking ask. Like, no, seriously, ask. Because there's so many things that I feel like you could have avoided. Like, honestly, like, dude, I'm about to sound so stupid, but like, I was working like full-time jobs when I was in college, so it's like, oh, you need this book, I would go purchase it. Oh, you need this, like, no, you could go to the library, you could go check it out, you could, like, literally, you could rent it. Like, there's different websites, not just your college bookstore, that you could get those books, and you just, again, like, renting it or something, because if you think about it, you buy these books, unless you want to make a whole library, but you buy all these books, and then by the time you want to sell it back, it's not even worth that much, because there's different editions. Like,
and they're expensive. They're not like $50, they're like over 100.
Yeah, like, so again, there's like different things that you can do, and as first generation,
and the worst is that some professors, they don't even use it. That's like, did it happen to you guys? Like, that happened to me a lot of times.
To be honest with you guys, I would wait until like, because they always gave like a grace period. They always said like, have the book by because it's happened to me before when I look at the syllabus.
Yeah, you buy
and
it's
the
like,
wrong. Yeah, when it's the wrong book, it's a wrong edition because they use an old syllabus or something like that. Y mejor, I would just wait. I would wait it out.
I would wait for the first class, because they always gave that grace period, and then they'll be like, yeah, you guys are gonna use this book, this edition, or whatever. Then I would go purchase it. So I'll have a whole collection that's not even booked.
Yeah, and then sometimes too, like, the students that took the class before will go like to the first day of class and be like, hey, I have the book.
Yeah.
Really?
See, I wish I would have done that.
What the fuck?
I know.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Or pues on like the little in like the little anuncios, announcements, they'd be like,
oh yeah,
taking this class, I have a book, like call me.
Or this one, yeah.
I think again for first generation people going to college or just in general, just ask a lot of questions, see what kind of resources there are for you, just because there's literally so much out there that again you don't even know. I just learned not too long ago about some of these things and I'm like well over, my time has flew by actually from the time that I was doing my undergrad and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, there was so many things literally from beginning to end. Did you guys ever take classes and then realize oh shit, I didn't even have to take that class? Because I had some friends.
Dude, okay, this is the funny thing with me.
Ya valimos madre. Ya valimos.
So when I was in college, I was so indecisive, undecisive, and que quería hacer, right?
Uh-huh.
So first I was like, okay, my dream was to become a doctor, right? But
Dr.
yeah,
Judith.
Dr. Arobro. But like with my English and blah 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 blah. I don't know. I have told you guys about this. I don't think so. But I struggle. Yeah, I told, and I think I told you too. I don't know. It's difficult, like with all the terms and everything. Imagine, si in Mexico it's hard, in Spanish it's hard. Imagine in English, no. Le tengo que decir a la señora, oiga, le quedan como 10 años de vida. Y le digo, no tiene un mes. But anyways, so I was like, okay, that was a big no, right? Y después I was like, I'm just gonna become a real estate. So I was like, yeah, real estate. Y ya, dije, pues okay. Pero I was taking classes. I was taking classes, different classes, history, biology, blah, 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 right? The classes that I needed. And then I never met my counselor. Nunca fui en todos los años. And guys, I spent 5 years I did 5 years in community college. Porque no sabía qué quería, ni iba con mi consejero. Honestly, ni sabía ni qué pedo con mi vida, right? So yeah, when I went, the lady told me que ya me podía haber graduado desde hace. Well, not graduado, transfer, right?
She's like, you've taken every class here. Yeah. You could go somewhere else.
For else, she was like, oh, do you know that you could already apply, transfer to a 4-year university, right? Yeah, 4-year university. Y yo de, what the fuck?
¿Por qué no me dijeron?
¿Está pasando esto? ¿Es verdad? Where are the cameras? Is this a...
I'm making pranked.
But yeah. So, pero, and lo bueno que cuando fui, it was around September, and I think you have until October, right? Para aplicar or something like that. I think it's for the deadline.
Yeah.
So she told me you're on time, blah blah. They said just apply for the universities that you want to go. Y yo pues no sé nada. She's like, oh, we have a, ¿cómo se llamaban? Como un
sister school or
cuando daban como una clase, no una clase, te ayudaban para aplicar, but they call it, ¿cómo se llama?
Workshop?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they say, oh, we're gonna have a workshop para que apliques y te ayudamos para que porque dice es diferente the units, how you do it to calculate the units, blah 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 blah, right? So she was like, oh, estos van a ser los días que vamos a estar ahí, blah blah. So thank God que fui, si no hubiera estado hasta el otro año, or I don't know, cuando, I don't know if it's every year, no, algo así, ¿no?
Depende de escuela, some accept applicants midway, but some don't.
Yeah, so I was imagine, pero yo ya tenía las clases para haberme graduado, para haberme transferido, entonces.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Go to your counselor. I think that was one of the.
Really important.
Actually, I had a counselor, and he would always email me hey, just making sure you're whatever. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I sincerely appreciate him. So he literally, I remember when I went in to school, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do either. But I remember
what were your options before you went into your major?
I thought I wanted to be a teacher of some kind. I was like, oh, should I be this? Should I be that? In high school. I wanted to be a high school teacher. But no, hell no, not no more. But in that time, I wasn't really sure. I knew.
I have worked with kids.
I know. I'm over it. I'm just like.
I just worked there for like 6 months.
And I'm over it. No, I just knew that I love working with people. I love, working with kids, working with adults. I liked the environment of like people. You know what I mean? So I was like, dang. I went to go see the counselor, and he literally, I remember he opened up this manual, and literally it listed every major possible. And he was like, you know what, let's do this quiz. And he made me take a quiz about like some of the things I like, whatever. And it gives you like that kind of like breakdown. And then I remember we were talking, and he actually told me like, oh, because I had asked him, what is your major? Like, what did you do to get here? Like, And then he was like, oh, I'm actually like, I got my major in sociology and stuff like that. Then I started looking into sociology, and I was like, dude, you have so many options, so many different things that you can do with this one degree. Like, I'm gonna do that. Like, I think I like all the options because I don't only have to stick with one. And then he literally inspired me to like be a sociology major. So that's what I did for my undergrad. But again, it's because I went to go talk to a counselor. If not, I just would have been wasting my money and time and everything and at school without knowing. Porque, dude, I was lost. I did not know what to do, where to go, anything. And he literally gave me a list. Like, these are the classes that you're going to take this semester. And he literally laid it out for me. Like, everything. So, shout out to him. Because si no, todavía estuviera. No taking classes. Like, lost as hell. So, shout out to him. Because, yeah. I would have been lost.
For me, I had a similar counselor to you, but I didn't go see him until, I want to say, like, after my first year at community college. But I was very, very lucky that I was already taking the right classes. So I didn't, it's not like I found out that I was taking the wrong classes or like the wrong English class or whatnot.
Yeah.
I was very, very fortunate to be taking the right ones, even though I just kind of like
winged it.
Yeah, I winged it. Y ya nada más allí me enseñaron like the same general ed requirements that required.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was pretty simple, like 3 units here, 4 units here, whatever, ¿qué tal? 1 lab here, whatever. And so I just followed that, and I kind of like mapped it out, but I would see him too.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, he helped me a lot, because then I ended up taking a counseling class with him, and there they showed us like the whole process of like everything, like applying, what do you need to transfer, things like that. So I'm very thankful that I took that class, because it really did help me, and then I was able to help others with that information that I had.
Yeah. So again, that make connections, guys. Go speak to counselors. Do your own research. Go ask questions, because there's so much.
And even if you are talking to a counselor, you should, like you said, do your own research too. Because I know there's been people that feel like the counselors have made them take the wrong classes in the past, and it's like prolonged. I've heard about that.
I know. What haters?
Yeah.
I'm just. Yeah, no, there's a lot of information, and I know that it could be overwhelming. I know that I was super overwhelmed. I remember being super overwhelmed, like, oh my God, like I have to take all these classes. What am I gonna do?
And then like just the feeling of being alone. I felt like that was like the strongest thing, and like even for FAFSA, like my parents couldn't fill it out. I had to fill it out.
Yeah,
I made so many mistakes. So many mistakes. Financial aid office was like calling me, hey, you need to resubmit this, hey, you need to do this. And I was like, I don't even know what this is.
And then the long freaking lines.
Yeah.
At least in my college, they were freaking long. Waiting para ir a llevar el papel. And then, oh, you need this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's like the DMV. Oh no, you forgot something. Come back and bring this.
Dude, I was about to bring my freaking printer, and I'll be like, okay, I'm missing this paper. Okay, let me print it out. Hold on, let me print it out.
No, for real. It's like, just know, guys, like, okay, what do I need? Make a list, get it ready, go ask questions, sign up for whatever, go to college fairs.
Yeah.
Alone too, si quieres.
No. Don't get loans, guys.
I know. Don't listen to Lupe.
No, alone, like go alone.
Oh!
Hola.
I was like, no, don't get a loan. Don't get a loan.
No, agarren préstamos. And then,
no préstamo.
Yeah, en eso vayan solos, like, no mamen.
No, don't go by yourself. I'm just like,
Let's see how many knows
there's so many things that I feel, again, first generation don't really know because
you have no one guiding you.
Yeah, ¿quién le pides ayuda, basically,
like,
you know?
I didn't have any older siblings that went. I didn't have anyone older, like, nothing. I didn't have anyone. Like, I was lost, but whatever. I figured it out. I know. So now I know, like, for my kid, I know that for my kid or for anyone that may need help, whatever, I could try to help them. Of course, things evolve, things change. God knows what it's like now.
But at least you can be on his ass, like, hey, ya fuiste con tu consejera.
Yeah.
Hey, ya estás haciendo esto. Like, you know, like, no te vas a
hacer mentiritas. Like, you're like, that's not true. I know.
Yeah.
That's not true.
So it's hard, but I know that we can all do it. Let's get our education so we can have brighter futures for our family.
Yes.
And if you're out there still being a first generation college student, like, I wish you the best, and I hope you do see a counselor, and look forward to seeing you guys graduate.
I know. Let's empower. Let's grow our Latina culture, our Hispanic culture, and just be educated, and let's get it, guys.
And even if you don't choose to do college too, like, that's always... The college isn't made for everyone. I don't think it's made for everyone.
1,000%.
There's like richer people and
that don't even have a high
school
diploma.
Yeah.
I think whatever your calling is, whether it's starting a business right after high school or during high school, like, there's, especially nowadays, guys, like with social media, all this,
with the internet, everything.
Like back then, I didn't know what the heck. Like, it was a little bit more difficult, but now there's so, como dice, I heard someone say there's so much money to be made here. Like, let's get it, guys. Like, whether it's college, whether it's starting your business, just focus. Just be super determined, set your goals, and reach them, guys. So, good luck to everyone. And I hope that, you guys know that you guys are not alone. We've all experienced it. And don't worry, you guys are going to go past it, and
then you guys gonna think about it in the future, and you'll be like, I know.
If we graduated, y'all can graduate.
Yeah. If I did it, you guys can do it. Like,
Judith es inteligente. No, es que se hace mensa. Pero es inteligente.
Nomás la cara de pendeja tengo, pero...
And then just remember to help those along you after you finish, to help. Because I feel like...
And don't be an ass.
I feel like a lot of times too, where people are like, well, I did it by myself, so you can figure it out by yourself. And that's not a good mindset. Like, we should offer the information and knowledge that we have and pass it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be a hater.
We don't like haters. Oh, we don't like haters. No, but yeah, what Lupe said. Pass on the information, guys. Like, there's room for everyone.
Also, network.
Yeah.
Don't make friends, because those could be your future co-workers, bosses.
I know, you could work for their parents or something.
Always network. And that's something that I wish I would have known. Because in college, so I went to community college my first 2 years, and I went to a 4-year my next 2 years. And I wasn't quiet, but I didn't network. I didn't try to talk to people. Like, I did have friends, but de esos amigas, like, I didn't try to be like, hey, like,
I did try to join different study groups and shit like that, but my only thing is that, again, I had a full-time job. I was hustling. I was doing other things where, like, it's not like I could have really just been at school and stayed there and whatever. Literally, I would go to school, go to each class, go straight to work. Whenever my breaks were, I would do a little bit of homework, whatever the heck I had to do. But it wasn't like, oh my God, I have the time to, like, go and connect and socialize. Yeah. Like, no, but when you guys are in class, when you guys are whatever, be kind and know how to pick your people, like, and those are the people that are gonna, obviously most likely be in different classes with you, because you guys might have the same major. So it's like good to have those connections. It's
definitely
importante.
Muy importante.
Very importante.
But good luck to everyone. Let us know your journey. Let us know if you guys could relate. And yeah, like Judith said, you guys got this. Okay, chicos y chicas, los dejamos.
Amigues.
Pórtense bien. No, y sí se puede, guys. Sí se puede. Get educated.
Ooh, I was gonna say, also a little fun fact, we all went to the same undergrad.
Oh, that's true.
We didn't know each other, but we all went to
same one.
Los caminos de la vida.
No song?
Yeah.
Wait, what year were you guys?
Oh, okay.
No, okay, never mind.
Lupe!
I don't know if we all like, because I think me and Judith were there a year together.
And the same one, yeah.
And I was already graduated like 10 years before you guys got there.
Oh yeah, she's the oldest one.
Oh, yeah. ¿Sí saben? Ya, ¿ya? I think so. No, ya no. No, pues wait, ya. Ahí está, ¿no? Yeah, I think so. I can see myself. I can't see Lupe. Sí, aquí está Lupe. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, my glasses are so dirty. Okay, whatever. Ah! 5, 6, 7, 8. De hater, ya. Pinche madre. Al botón de la camarita. ¡Hola, no! Al botón, busca el botón de la cámara.